Hey parents, I'm Dr. Matt, and if your child is struggling with sensor issues, gut problems, developmental delays, or any type of health struggle, I know as a parent you've tried everything, because I absolutely have as well. I have 4 kids. My first really struggled with gut, immune, sensory, special needs, everything, and it took us everything to get out of it. But when we were in the fight, in the thick of it, we didn't know what was working or what wasn't. Here's the struggle. In the medical world, they focus very much on symptoms. So a symptom goes away and they're like, oh, problem solved, right? Well, that didn't get to the root cause of Micah's struggles. So it constantly left us, his mom and I, in this fight or flight response of, are we truly getting there? Are we helping his development? Does he have momentum? And so today, I want to answer those questions that you have. If you're frustrated, if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you need more answers, this video will help you, because we're going to dig in to 3 phases of neurological healing. These are the 3 steps that kids go through when their nervous system starts to heal and they start to get momentum. So I know we always think about those symptoms, right? The sensory system, the gut symptoms, the immune systems, all those things. But to get the healing there, we have to go back before we go forward. And that's why these 3 phases are so valuable in their healing journey. So that's why I want to use these to give you clarity, to know where you're at, and then also encourage you on the path that you were on to say, hey, there is light at the tunnel. Hey, we are moving in the right direction to get that healing journey. Now, if you're watching this, very likely that you are on the neurological focus chiropractic ship. Here at our practice, PWC, we focus on caring for kids and families with some of the toughest neurological struggles. We do that all the way from hours old with infants, all the way through teenagers and adults. And to do that, we really use these 3 phases intricately in care, not because they're chiropractic principles, but because they're science-based neurological principles that show neuroplasticity within the body that makes lasting changes. So you ready to dig in? Let's do it. All right, I want to bring up this on the screen here, because there's 3 of these phases. And to dig into these phases, it's very easy to see on here. So there we go. Here is my bad handwriting, y'all. I'm letting you into the secret that I do not write well, and my kids know that. And whenever I talk to them about handwriting, they probably get frustrated with me. So here's what we've got. These 3 phases. The first phase, when the body heals neurologically, is to release, or sometimes we use the word unwind, but it's releasing or resetting these dysfunctional neurological patterns. This is dominated by what we call a sympathetic response within the body. The sympathetic stress response simply allows the brain and the body to go, to be in protection mode, to go fast, and to always be fighting. It's in that protection mode that they feel like they need to be, because their sensory system, that neurological system that interacts with the world, doesn't feel comfortable. So this release phase helps them escape that overdrive, go trap. I like to use the analogy sometimes of decompressing a spring. When a spring is really tense and just locked up, when you unstick it, a lot of times this release phase, that energy comes out of it. So oftentimes this phase can be associated with a little bit of a detox. And that's why I have this here as number 2. But along with that detox, the positive side of it is you're seeing really good softer signs. And softer signs are you're seeing sleep come back on. You're seeing easier transitions. You might be seeing better digestion. You're seeing less escalations. You're seeing consistent inconsistency with the good things, because their bodies are releasing that stress. They're getting a glimpse of where they need to go, but it's just not consistent. One of my favorite analogies is cleaning out the closet. When you ask your kid to clean out the closet and you open that door to everything, it is a mess, right? Like there's everything in there. And the first step in that is you got to take everything out. So when you take everything out of that closet, it makes the whole room messy, right? So, husband, significant other, spouse, they walk by and they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on in this room? I thought we were cleaning, right? It looks messier. Give us a minute, right? Give us an hour, give us 2 hours. We've got to sort it out. We've got to throw stuff away, and we've got to put it back in. So the release phase is emptying out that closet and really releasing the stress. So what we're looking for in that phase is change, objectively and subjectively, and what you're seeing. And we're looking to really see that nervous system start to get its momentum back and get unstuck. So the release phase oftentimes is that tough phase where parents feel like, hey, I'm not sure if I'm on the right track. This isn't working as fast as I want it to. I'm seeing some good things, but not all good things. And that is perfectly normal because the body first has to release and unwind that stress to get to this next phase, which is called reorganization. Reorganization is so awesomely cool because this is where things start to stabilize. Systems of the body start to get more efficient and more at ease, and so then they start to affect the symptoms. Think of this from a digestive standpoint. Digestion is controlled by so many parts of the body. The brain talks to the gut, which talks back to the brain. And then there's different phases and different levels of that digestion of the body that has to work together. So as those signals start to release, start to improve, and start to reorganize, then that's really where digestion starts to come back online. You've got to get the stomach working with the small intestine, with the liver, with the gallbladder, with the large intestine and absorption to allow digestion to work in sequence, and then tell the brain it's working in sequence so the brain feels good about it and can tell it, hey, keep on going, keep on working through that. So that's really reorganization. Now, reorganization is really cool because this is where you start to see the catch up on missed milestones. The word we love in this phase is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the term where the brain makes plastic changes. And plastic changes, that's really the cool word, is it starts to make these connections. And when it makes these connections in an easy and efficient manner, it won't let go of this. You've probably heard the term before, if you read a lot on the Google about the nervous system, is nerves that fire together, wire together. In early development, we create these efficient pathways to do things. Kiddos, when they're stuck in a bad state of health, they've created inefficient ways of doing things. That's the importance of the release phase, to unwind all that. Then when we reorganize that, those nerves start to fire in good synaptic patterns, in easier, efficient synaptic patterns, and it leads to more growth and development. That reorganization led by neuroplasticity. Now, the third phase, restoration, is maybe the coolest of all because this is the slack in the rope phase. This is where you've got momentum. This is where you're meeting your goals. This is where you're conquering your big challenges with this. Now, kids, they can really be in their full potential in this phase because we know that stress is going to come at them, right? Like it's there's not a day that goes by that, right, they're not exposed to a sickness or an immune challenge at school, or they're not maybe exposed to a bully or a tough situation at recess, or they don't have a hard test or a thing that just works them up that they're exposed to for the first time. That's going to happen. But when the nervous system is adaptable and efficient, it can handle that and not get overwhelmed and put that momentum all the way back in that bad state. It allows them to have that momentum going forward, that slack in the rope, so they can handle all those things. And then we can keep them there because, again, neuroplasticity, gonna say it wrong, big word, is not just something that just happens once. It happens forever, and the body ingrains that pattern and moves forward. And it loves efficient and easy patterns. That's why kiddos healing, when they get to this point, that doesn't go backwards, it goes forward, and it can handle the tough things. And that's why the hard work in the care plan for a parent really, really pays off in this. So if you feel just in this tough spot with your child's health where everything's really complicated, you're not sure where you're at, we would love to help. This will help ramp up stalled progress, but also help you know just where you're at in your child's neurological healing journey. Now, we've got a guide in this that we'll post in the comments or in the copy of this video that'll walk you through in an article about how these three phases happen, because that's going to help your just mind as a parent to know, okay, I'm on the right track. They're on the right track. This is something that we use in our care literally every single day when we talk about progress. So if you would love to get started, if you are in your journey, we would love to help. DM us, call our office, talk to one of our amazing care advocates, get on the phone with us as doctors. We love to do consults about just this to really dive deep into your child's unique challenges and look at these three phases and where they fall to be able to help them get to that next level. So we would love to help. Can't wait to do it. God bless. Have an amazing rest of your day and hope this video finds you well.